All right, so Sky, thank you so much for joining us. I'm super excited to be here with you because, I mean, number one, your role is incredible. The show, The Outsiders, freaking incredible.
Crazy.
The Tony Award, all of the
Insane.
things.
Yeah.
Have you come down from the cloud?
Not yet.
Is
I
it
still
even
feel
possible?
I don't think it's possible. I mean, 6 months in, I'm still like, what is going on? Is this my life? Yeah, it's wild.
I
It's
can
really
only
wild.
imagine.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to walk you to work. Let's get there
Let's
because I know
go.
you have a show to do.
Yeah.
I know for you, The Outsiders was a pivotal book. I feel like this is such a sacred story with so many people growing up on it. How do you make the character your own while still kind of giving the people what they want, what they're used to reading about?
I think I kind of stole a little bit from Ralph Macchio, you know, and then I took all of myself and sort of poured it into Johnny, and with the blessing of S.E. Hinton, I was allowed to do that, you know. I'm Native American, as you know, and
Yes.
so bringing my culture into the role was a big thing for me, and Danya Tamor, amazing director, allowed me to do that as well, so yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how it feels for you and being able to know that there are people who look like you who are able to see this, especially kids.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge because when I was a kid, I didn't have anyone to look up to. You know, there wasn't any Native Americans that I knew of that were on Broadway.
Right.
So I remember seeing like In the Heights was like the first time I saw a brown person on stage playing a brown person of their own culture.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I can do this for a living. It like
that.
awakened me. And at the time, I was a sports kid. Like I only played football and wrestled. So like, so I can, you know, In the Heights really did save my life, I think.
Can you tell us a little bit about a time where you kind of felt like an outsider?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I first came to Broadway, I was unsure of how to navigate the industry, and I kind of felt like an outsider, and I had to sort of make my own pocket into the industry. And I think The Outsiders has allowed me to do that because it's allowed me to be my full self without having to fit into someone else's shoes.
That's so special. Okay, speaking of navigating, you immediately made me just think about the set and how like muddy and dirty and wet and all of the things, all of the elements are poured into that incredible set. Talk to me a little bit about navigating that.
It's wild. I mean, like, depending on a 2-show day, like, it can be pretty slippery, but I've gotten used to it, you know? It's like an ice skating rink at times where you're like, whoa, okay.
Do you remember that moment where you learned about you guys winning the Tony?
Oh my God.
What did that feel like for you?
Well, first, Danya Tamor won, and like, I don't think anyone was expecting that to happen as much as we all wanted it to happen. When they called her name, we all just like freaked out, and I was like, maybe we can actually win this thing. But when they said it, I left my body. I mean, like, I don't remember walking up to the stage, but I remember being on the stage with Angelina Jolie and just being like, we actually won this thing.
Yeah.
'Cause I worked in the show for 6 years. You just don't know if it's ever gonna happen. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well deserved, honestly. Incredible show, incredible performance. And listen, we're at your office.
Here we are.
Here we
At
are.
The Outsiders on Broadway.
Exactly. Well, break a leg, and thank you so much,
Thank you so
Sky.
much. So good to see you.
So great seeing you too.
Bye.
Bye.